This saint could bilocate, walk through walls, and talk to animals, but was barred from the priesthood and abandoned as a child because of his mixed race. Saint Martin de Porres was born in Lima, Peru, as an illegitimate child to a Spanish nobleman and a free slave. He was darker in complexion than his father would have liked, and so he was not acknowledged by his father. When his sister was born, his dad abandoned the whole family, leaving his mother, his sister, and himself. However, later, and probably due to St. Martin's intercession, his father had a change of heart and acknowledged both his children and took pride in them. St. Martin was very prayerful and wanted to join the Dominican order, but there was a law in Lima at the time where you could not be a Dominican friar if you were mixed race. So instead, St. Martin became a lay Dominican brother. At the convent, St. Martin was a janitor and he was a barber, which basically meant he was also a nurse because at the time, barbers would also do things like care for the sick and the injured. While the law didn't allow St. Martin to take vows, the prior actually recognized his holiness and his humility and disregarded that and allowed St. Martin to take vows. St. Martin had particular mystical gifts like levitation, phasing through walls, bilocation, talking to animals, and he would use all of these in respect to his prayer life or serving the sick. For example, there was an epidemic in Lima that had so many people in the infirmary and was so serious that the prior wouldn't allow people in the infirmary unless they were sick. St. Martin wanted so desperately to care for these people, though, that he just phased through the locked doors to take care of them. St. Martin had a particular love for animals and God's creation, and there's even a legend that he was able to talk to them. There's an image of St. Martin de Porres levitating during prayer in front of a crucifix. Fun fact, St. Martin was actually really good friends with St. Rose of Lima and St. John Matthias. During the epidemic, the infirmary was so packed that they were starting to turn people away, and St. Martin took pity on one sick individual who was covered in sores and took him into his own room and cared for him in secret. And when he was found out, he told the prior, "Forgive me and please instruct me, for I did not know that the precept of obedience took precedent over the precept of charity." And with that, the prior had a change of heart and allowed St. Martin to continue to care for more people. St. Martin de Porres, pray for us.